Evening YouTube, how are you today? Oh, sorry, it's night time and it's still Wednesday. So I don't even expect anyone to watch all my videos in one day, and I don't suggest it because just like some music, you've got to balance a lot of things in life. And these ones, well, the last two were pretty hard to talk about because, golly gosh, I thought it might be a little bit easier, but talking to a video camera is a lot different than a room full of people. So, wow, we're down to chain number 6, I think. So let's have a brief rundown. So we've gone through 2 chain reactions, one by John Farnham, Diana Ross. These are helping my memory. And we added Shelter from the Storm in that one. Then we went through Telegraph Road and Industrial Disease. And now, if you looked at the last videos I put on, it's Masters of War by Bob Dylan and Just the Way You Are by, I think it's a cover, don't quote me on that. Gee, I should have checked that before I did this video. Wow, 2 beautiful songs, and in a way sum up everything I practically tried to talk about, and how every action has a reaction in a way. And simply to sum up the last video, all in all, what I saw was my children gathered a great friendship with friends, because they were able to stay together in a way through their life, but their friends had problems too, and they were able to share that with each other. But the division they had towards the adults was incredible. Really hard to understand when for so many generations we've been trying to close the generation gap in a way, but it's only getting bigger, which enables, sad to say, the Masters of War to play, because while we're all struggling to survive in our everyday lives, the Masters of War can come in and plan our fates away, because we're not paying attention to the bigger picture, because we're only focusing on our smaller pictures of life. And then that's why I think we need to balance out the way we look at life a lot, because simply for me, I got stuck into a really bad hole where I didn't like community at all, which really broke me, because I brought my children up on that factor. But also, not just that, just the fact that I thought I failed when it wasn't just me, it was me, the father, the community all around us. We all played a helping hand on not helping our faults and flaws, but putting and trying to help them without frustration and anger and spitefulness and malice, and try to show our children that through conflict we as adults could deal with it properly. And that brings so much division. You only have to look in your little life to see, because when I had children, I'll go back, when I was about 13, I lived in a small town. We didn't have the internet, we didn't even have TV, so our sole news was just a little community radio station, and we didn't know much about the outside world. And I said to Mum one day, I said, "Aren't you worried about what's going on, or don't you want to help or do something? And or are you worried about what's happening with the weather?" And a lot of other stuff was going on with the mining industries, and practically what our children face today was happening when I was young. It's just bigger now. And she turned around and she said, no, I'm not, because at the end of the day, aliens will come down and save us. And that just didn't make sense to me, because why would the group of aliens want to come and save a race that totally destroyed each other in their home? It's just like religion in a way. Why would any god in any way want to come and help and save people when they contributed to destroying a home? Because in a way, we're all little masters of war, because if we don't treat each other in a way like that song by Willie Nelson, just the way you are, in a way, and help each other's uniqueness, help each other through their flaws, don't disgrace them. Because with my children, they learn a lot of hatred and fear, but what they did learn most of all was assumptions and gossip overrid truth and fact. And when you look at one little family and you quadruple that by millions, you're going to have a big problem. And then at the end of the day, we're in war and we all have to start again. So have a look at all these songs and just, I don't know, I see there is a sense of community out there. I do. I have every time I do my classrooms, I see it. Just the inclusiveness of the children, the understanding from the adults of that a part of my story is a part of their story. So I've got down on this video, I've got the 2 songs repeated, Masters of War and Just the Way You Are. And so in a way, I've mirrored the world, I've mirrored the hate, I mirrored everything. And then I took a deep breath and realised I was only making myself sicker and I wasn't helping anyone, and I was contributing to my children's. The one thing that I didn't want to do was bring them up with my fears. I was doing, and I'm still doing it a little bit to this day. And gosh, parenthood's the hardest thing in the world, and even being a child to parents is hard. But so I'll end this video on that, because I really want you to listen to those songs, but I also want you to listen to the next 2 songs, because that's going to be the final conclusion to the Chain Reaction series. Should I tell you? Why not? One song's Apology by the Book of Life. I was inspired to use that as a closer from another channel, Mr. Tambourine, today. It's a good channel, but beware. It's a channel that shows live shows of Bob Dylan and takes a lot of understanding in the music side, because practically I brought my children up on music, and that's where they get their understanding of community and their friendships with their friends, not from the adults or the environment they were around. And the second song is a song my son sung. He solely learnt to play the guitar. He writes and sings, but he solely learnt from YouTube. I didn't have money or anything to bring him up with music, and he just got a guitar one day and hopped on YouTube and started playing. So have a listen, because I guess I'm not, whoa, that's the last video, I can't say that now. And those dogs are annoying, someone's here. So have a listen to the songs and try and be more creative in your day in simple ways, and maybe that can stop the Masters of War playing with our lives, and we can start showing the Masters of War how to live a life of sharing and caring, and creating, and not war and destruction and greed, because it's up to us at the end of the day, masters of a few, in a way. So enjoy, and thank you for your time, and I wish you all well, and the next one will be uploaded soon. Bye.